Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you guys are quite surprised to see this in your recommendations right now. And that's because I decided that I'm going to be uploading the first part of my What If Ash Traveled Through Galar series just a bit early. I did not want Gen 8 to end and for Gen 9 to begin without me at least starting this series. So I decided that I was going to upload part 1 of this series, and this is it right here, and the rest of the series will be coming later. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to just start the series now. I didn't want to just go into Gen 9 without me starting anything related to Gen 8. It was kind of just a personal decision of me thinking, of course we're never going to get a Gen 8 anime, an official one that I think many of us would have liked to see. So I wanted to do my part and just put out my fan series before we said goodbye to Gen 8 officially, before Scarlet and Violet comes out. So that's why this video is here. And we're going to start with the first part of Ash's Galar journey here in this video. And yep, I just wanted to give this little introduction to explain why I did this video so early. Unfortunately, this does mean that you're going to have to wait a bit of a while before we get into, the rest of the series, because I think I already mentioned that I'm going to be doing kind of like a little walkthrough for Scarlet and Violet when they come out, so that's going to be the bulk of my videos for the next few weeks. But rest assured, once I finish with all those videos, I will be focusing solely all of my attention on the Sword and Shield series that I'm going to be doing, so I hope you guys will look forward to that. Also, I want to make it clear in this video right here, since I think it might be a bit confusing in the video. I just want to make it clear here that only Ash and Gloria are traveling together. Hop will not be traveling with them. There are many points in this video where they are all together, and I refer to them as like the group or the trio. Hop is with them for a little bit in the beginning, since they're going to a few of the same areas and needing to register together, but it's only going to be Ash and Gloria traveling together, so I just wanted to make that clear here. So now that I've gotten that big introduction out of the way, please enjoy part 1 of Ash's Galar journey by me. Thank you. Our series actually begins right after Ash wins the Alola League. After becoming the very first champion of Alola and beating the no longer masked Takui and Tapu Koko, Ash decides to end his Alola journey the same way he began it, with a vacation. His mother Delia flies in to celebrate with Ash and all of his classmates and new friends. They enjoy 2 weeks together before it is finally time for Ash and Delia to head home to Pallet Town. As Ash is packing his bag, he briefly hears something on TV about the match of the century happening soon, but Delia calls him down before he can get any greater details. Once back at home, Ash rests for a few days and spends more time with his mom. He currently isn't sure what he wants to do next in his journey, especially since, in this alternate story, Ash also wound up winning the Kalos League conference by defeating Alan. However, he wasn't able to beat the Elite Four to get the opportunity to battle Diantha. However, now he's officially a champion, the very first champion of Alola, and it's quite a strange feeling, going from losing many leagues to becoming a league winner in Kalos, and then finally becoming the first champion of Alola, and Ash wonders where he can go from here. One evening, he sees a commercial on TV promoting an exhibition match. He believes this is the same commercial he missed the other day. The commercial states that Lance, the champion of Kanto and Johto, will be having an exhibition match against the champion of Galar, Leon, in 5 days. Ash, having never heard of Leon or the Galar region, and having not seen Lance in ages, definitely wants to go see it in person. Ash tells his mother that he wants to visit Galar and to see this match. Delia, though sad that Ash is already in the mood to leave once again, sends him off, happy that they at least spent a bit more time than usual together. 4 days later, Delia and Ash head to the airport, where Ash catches his flight. Upon arriving in Wedgehurst, he wanders around for a bit, sees some new Pokemon, then sees a notice on a TV screen noting that Leon is just about to head to the Wedgehurst station. Then, surprisingly enough, Leon walks right past Ash in this moment. Of course, he is lost, but Ash isn't aware of this, and goes to greet him, telling him that he traveled all the way from Kanto to see his battle. Leon is happy to see Ash's interest, and asks Ash if he's a trainer. Ash responds that he is, and that he's also the new champion of the Alola region. Leon is pretty shocked by this, but right at that moment, Hop appears, having been searching for his lost brother. He guides Leon and Ash to the Wedgehurst train station. They chat for a bit, and then arrive to the wild area, where the battle is going to be held. Note, The battle is being held here because Wedgehurst doesn't have a battle stadium, and the wild area is the closest spot where Dynamax can be used. Now, could I have put this battle somewhere else, or made an anime-exclusive stadium? Yeah, but I thought that was a fine option since the wild area is a major area in Sword and Shield anyway. A huge crowd has already gathered for the battle. Ash and Hop watch the battle, which is Lance's Red Gyarados versus Leon's Charizard. In this battle, Ash is introduced to Dynamax, Gigantamax, and Max moves for the first time. Naturally, he's impressed. And as expected, the undefeated champion easily beats Lance. After the battle is over, Ash vows to battle and beat Leon, and Hop tells Ash that he has the same dream. Later that evening, Hop invites Ash to his home in Postwick for dinner. Ash, of course, accepts. And while back at the house, chatting and waiting for dinner, Leon actually arrives home. Once there, the boys tell Leon about their goals to beat him one day. Upon hearing this, Leon smiles, and then he promises to give the boys something special the next day. The next day, which will probably be the next episode, Leon brings Ash and Hop to Magnolia's lab in Wedgehurst. Here, the boys are introduced to Professor Magnolia and Sonia, and Leon explains the League Challenge of Galar. He explains that they'll have to face off against the 8 Major League gym leaders in order to challenge him in the Galar League Conference, which is called the Champion Cup. Leon then lets them know that he arranged with Professor Magnolia for them to get a new Pokemon to train and eventually battle him with. Ash and Hop are excited, but right before the Pokemon are brought out, a girl bursts into the lab. This girl introduces herself as Gloria, and she is a huge, mega fan of Leon and heard he was in town after watching his match with Lance the previous day. Gloria explains that she's always loved watching Pokemon battles on TV, and her dream is to one day battle and defeat Leon. She also asks for an autograph. Leon smiles and asks her if she has any Pokemon, and she nervously says that she doesn't. Leon asks Magnolia if she'd be fine allowing Gloria to have a Pokemon as well, since she knows there are 3, and Magnolia approves. Magnolia, Leon, and Sonia then send out the 3 Pokemon. Sonia introduces the Pokemon as Grookey, a grass type, Scorbunny, a fire type, and Sobble, a water type. Immediately, Hop and Gloria dive at Sobble. Gloria exclaims that she wants Sobble, as a water type would easily allow her to beat Leon's Charizard, and Hop argues that he wants Sobble for the same reason. Naturally, Sobble gets spooked by this, so it turns invisible and runs off. Hop and Gloria chase after it, as do Ash, Scorbunny, and Grookey. Eventually, it's Ash that catches up with Sobble, who had become visible again by now, hiding in a nearby pond. Ash gently tells Sobble that Hop and Gloria didn't mean to startle it. They simply thought it was strong and wanted it to be their partner. Sobble is comforted by Ash's calm words and jumps onto his shoulder, nuzzling up to him. Ash brings Sobble back, and he sees that Hop and Gloria have already returned with Grookey and Scorbunny. Both are outside the lab, arguing who will take Sobble. Leon, Magnolia, and Sonia are nearby, shrugging their shoulders at the arguing. Upon seeing Ash return with Sobble, each attempt to plead with Sobble to join them, but Sobble wants to stay with Ash. Ash is happy by this and is gifted Sobble's Pokeball from Magnolia. Hop and Gloria are disappointed, but they accept Sobble's decision. Hop then decides that he's going to take Grookey, which shocks everyone since it is extremely weak to Charizard. But Hop explains that his grass-type Grookey will have an advantage against wild water and rock types, and that he can catch them to use against Leon's Charizard. Gloria then says that she's happy to take Scorbunny, since its fire type will be neutral to Charizard's fire type moves. Leon then of course comes in and reminds them that they shouldn't focus so much on simply having a counter for his Charizard, since after all, if they battle him in the Champion Cup, it'll be a full 6-on-6 battle. But unfortunately, the kids aren't really listening and are still arguing about who will be the one to beat the champion. Leon then gives all the kids an endorsement for the league and then gives them Dynamax bands. Gloria asks for that autograph again, but Leon says that he'll give her only if she defeats him in battle at the league. Gloria then proclaims that she'll definitely beat him in that case, but Ash and Hop interject that they'll be the ones to battle Leon. Hop decides that he will set out on his own, while Gloria asks Ash if she can go with him. She says that it will be nice to travel with someone and watch their gym battles, as she thinks it'll be beneficial for the both of them to study the way another trainer battles. Ash agrees, and all 3 kids once again vow to battle Leon. The next day, Ash, Hop, and Gloria are informed by Sonia that even though Leon endorsed them for the gym challenge, they still must register and get their uniforms in Motostoke City. Magnolia informs them that they can get there by passing through the wild area. So the trio head to Wedgehurst train station. Sonia gives all of them Rotom phones to act as their maps and Pokédexes. On the way, the group encounter many wild Pokemon. Gloria is very eager to make a new capture, wanting to start building her team as soon as possible. Hop brags that he already has 2 Pokemon, revealing his Wooloo, stating that it has been with his family for years. And Ash, of course, already has Pikachu. Gloria soon becomes upset and concerned at being behind, but Ash agrees with Gloria that they should start catching some new team members soon. Hop notices that they have some spare time before the train is set to depart, so they have time to spare. The group splits up across the route and look around. Ash comes across a wild Rookidee. He initially tries to battle it with Sobble, but Sobble becomes too scared and simply cries. However, this crying causes Rookidee to cry, and Ash has Pikachu attack it. He then easily catches it. Meanwhile, Gloria has come across a wild Nickit. Thinking that he's adorable, she decides that she wants him to be her first capture. She battles him with Scorbunny and easily catches him. She then lets Nickit out of his Pokeball and introduces him to Scorbunny, telling them both that they're now partners and that they'll become the strongest together. Hop also runs into a wild Rookidee and captures it with Wooloo. Let's take this moment to talk about the group's teams. Ash's Sobble is somewhat of a coward who cries all the time. Sobble doesn't dislike battling, but the low self-confidence causes battles to be a bit of a struggle. Rookidee, on the other hand, is very brave and boisterous. He's always ready for a challenge and very observant to those around him. Gloria's Scorbunny is very energetic and views herself as a leader, especially being Gloria's first Pokemon. She would never back away from a fight, even if she is at a disadvantage. Nickit is a mischievous little guy who likes to take things. He probably enjoys swiping some food here and there, but he isn't malicious in the slightest. Once reuniting, the group makes it to the train station and then head to the wild area. Ash, Gloria, and Hop arrive in the wild area and travel through it to get to Motostoke. While traveling, the group comes across a raid den and enter a max raid battle. While battling a wild Dynamax Blipbug, Ash uses Dynamax for the first time with Pikachu. Because it's their first time, they struggle a bit with the new transformation, but Ash still enjoys it. He thinks Dynamax is a very interesting battle tactic, and he's excited to use it in his gym battles. The trio enter a few more max raid battles, so each of them can practice for Dynamax battles. Gloria is in awe at being able to finally use Dynamax after only seeing it on TV and thinks it's great. She starts planning how to best use it and which Pokemon she should Dynamax in her gym battle. Eventually, the group reaches Motostoke, where they all attend the opening ceremony for the gym challenge. The group registers for the league, and they get their gym uniforms. Ash gets his gym number, which is 25, and Gloria gets the number 813. The receptionist actually recognizes Ash as the new champion of Alola, something which surprises Gloria and Hop, as Ash hadn't told them this information. Ash bashfully apologizes for forgetting to tell them, and the receptionist lets Ash know that he'll pass this information on to the gym stadiums so he can be recognized not just as challenger number 25, but as the champion of Alola. During the ceremony, it is revealed that Stow-on-Side and Sir Chester haven't chosen yet which gym leaders will enter the Major League for the gym challenge. Foreshadowing. Here, Hop plans to part ways with the duo, but Ash promises a battle in the morning before he heads off. Near the end of the ceremony, Ash bumps into a trainer by accident. Ash apologizes, but the trainer, who introduces himself as Bead, tells Ash to watch where he's going. Gloria angrily asks him why he has such an attitude, and Bead proclaims that he's the best trainer competing since he was endorsed by the chairman, Rose. Gloria then asks for a battle, since Bead is so confident in himself. But Bead brushes her off, saying it would be a waste of time, and rudely walks off. Gloria then quietly says to herself that one day she'll battle Bead and beat him. The next morning, Hop battles Ash. Both trainers send out their Rookidee first, with Ash's coming out on top. Wooloo is then sent out to defeat the weakened bird. Ash, wanting to give his other new Pokemon experience, sends out Sobble. At first, Sobble simply uses Protect to block most of Wooloo's attacks, but Ash alerts it that it can't just use Protect forever. Sobble attempts a weak Water Gun, but Wooloo withstands it and takes Sobble down. Ash, with no other options left, simply sends out Pikachu to easily take down Wooloo and then Grookey. Grookey is able to put up a good fight, though it is no match for Pikachu. Ash wins the battle, but compliments Hop on Wooloo's strength. The group heads to the Bidoof Drop Inn so Ash can heal his team. While waiting, a group of oddly dressed people begins causing a ruckus, telling everyone to cheer for someone named Marnie. This trainer Marnie is actually with them, requesting for them to keep it down. It turns out that the group is called Team Yell, and they are extreme fans of Marnie. Gloria, hearing the commotion, asks what they're doing and why they're being so loud. Team Yell begins declaring Marnie as the future champion. This intrigues Gloria, and being that she also wants to become stronger so she can battle Leon, she decides to challenge Marnie to a battle. Marnie agrees, as she hopes it'll get Team Yell to stop bothering the bystanders. Marnie sends in her Scraggy, and Gloria sends out Scorbunny. The battle is close, but Scorbunny just barely wins, though she is nearly fainted. Morpeko easily then comes in to knock out Scorbunny, though it does become burned from an ember. Gloria then sends out Nickit, who is able to beat Morpeko thanks to Morpeko being burned by Scorbunny. Team Yell is furious, but Marnie is kind about the loss. She thanks Gloria for the battle, promising to win next time. Before leaving the hotel, Ash and Gloria notice a giant statue showing a person in armor, holding a sword and shield. They note how cool it looks and wonder who this person could be. The next day, en route to Turfield, Ash and Gloria encounter Bead in the Galar mine, who Ash remembers from the opening ceremony. Bead again bragged that he was endorsed by the chairman of the Galar League and is therefore destined to battle and beat Leon in the Champion Cup. Gloria challenges Bead to a battle again, but he rejects her just as he did before. Ash angrily tells Bead that he's acting cowardly for backing down, and Bead decides that he likes Ash's fiery personality and says he'll battle him instead. Gloria is upset, but is fine to let Ash handle the battle. After all, it will allow her to analyze Bead's battling style. Bead starts with his Solosis, and Ash starts with Rookidee. Rookidee does a lot of damage with Peck and Fury attack, but Solosis also hits hard with Confusion. Eventually, it results in a double KO. Ash tries to send in Sable, while Bead uses Gothita. Gothita begins with Psybeam, which startles Sable into crying. This causes Gothita to cry and miss her attacks. Sable is therefore able to hit a few water gun and pound attacks despite being fearful. Eventually, it ends up beating Gothita. Bead furiously sends out Hatina, who defeats Sable with Confusion and Disarming Voice. Last, Ash sends out Pikachu, who easily knocks out Hatina, giving Ash the victory. Bead is furious over his loss, but ensures Ash that he will easily defeat him the next time he sees him. Gloria, on the other hand, is interested by Bead's team being entirely psychic types. Being that she has a dark type, she fears that she'll be able to beat him whenever he accepts her challenge. She isn't sure when that time will be yet, but she eagerly awaits the opportunity to show Bead just how strong she really is.